doing Wattson today, and I lost to Wattson in attempt 36, so this is nerve-wracking and exciting. Let's see what the team is. We got Spinda. I was talking mad trash about Spinda when I caught him yesterday. That's a useless encounter. That couldn't have gone much worse. I'd be much happier with literally anything that we found. Turns out Naughty ups attack. I thought it was up speed, but the attack on this is pretty good. And so the reason I'm bringing Spinda is because, well, because Nidoking doesn't get one-shots with Dig. I need Spinda to do some damage first so that Nidoking doesn't take 2 attacks worth of damage. I've got Cherry Berry on Kuma. I've got Cherry Berry on Dogstorm, even though it can't be Thunder Waved because of Jolteon static. So if I KO Jolteon and I get paralyzed with Nidoking, Nidoking's already down for the count against the other Pokemon that I need to beat, which is the Ampharos. Then we've got Fukaboshi and Tyrannosaurus. They're here only for switching. They both have thick fat, so they're going to absorb fire and water type attacks and ice type attacks really easily. Then I've got Lantern, Cherry Berry, Donphan, Oranberry. Doesn't really matter what item I use here, I think, but Oranberry gives me health. Okay, so if I win, this is my longest run yet. It's already tied for my best run, well, slightly worse because I lost Gyarados instead of Love Disc, so my one death this time is much worse than last time, but I really would have liked to have Gyarados 2 for this because it's not weak to grass, and some of the moves I have to switch into are grass type. Instead of switching into Gyarados on Hidden Power Grass, now I'm going to be switching in Spinda or Nidoking. So, let's get started. I'm over this man. I want to get farther in the game. This is the end of the beginning of the game. As soon as I get past this gym leader, I'm finally in the mid-game. Okay, I need to pull up the guide for me. So, Jolteon has static. I'd really like to not trigger static here. If it does, it's not the end of the world because I have Cherry Berry, but the longer I have Cherry Berry, the better it is for me. So, I will Fake Out. This will allow Nidoking to get the kill next turn. Jolteon flinches. No static. That's good. Now, this probably wants to use Thunderbolt. It's doing the most damage to me with Thunderbolt, so I'm going to switch into Nidoking for free. Theoretically. Thunderbolt. All going to script so far. Now, I only have that Cherry Berry on here for this specific attack. I want to dodge the static here from Jolteon. I considered using Soft Sand. The only other thing that can go wrong is Bite Flinch, but we don't get flinched. Okay. It could have been Hidden Power Grass there, so that would have been better. But they do about the same amount of damage. Dig will get the KO here. Now, if static procs and I get paralyzed, looks like I didn't. So I get to keep this berry that it probably won't matter again. Kuma learns Superpower. I think this is the last move that it learns. And it's not like an attack to scoff at. It has 2 base 120 attacks now. I'm going to get rid of Thunder Wave because I have other mons with Thunder Wave. Okay. So that was the easy part. There was really nothing Jolteon could do besides Bite, Flinch. That was scary there. So Lantern comes out. This is going to want to do Ice Beam or Surf. So I'm going to go into a Pokemon that takes that. I care less about the HP on Azumarill, so I'm going to let that absorb the hit first. Okay, and the reason that Azumarill and Dugong are paralyzed already is because I don't want them to use I do not want Wattson to use Thunder Wave on my switching Pokemon. So because I'm already paralyzed, he can't use Thunder Wave in this position. So it has to be Thunderbolt, because that's by far its best move, which gives me a free switch to Donphan here. Now, yep, we absorb the Thunderbolt. Now I'm going to calc Donphan here really quick. I already know, but I just want to get quote the numbers here. So, Surf from this is by far its best move. It does 30% more damage than Ice Beam would. And Surf to my Battle Armor Donphan, which cannot be critical hit, at most does 96 damage, and we have 98 HP. So it's faster than me. It's going to use Surf. It could use Ice Beam, I guess, theoretically, but I think it has to use a move that when it's this strong. So I'm going to use Endeavor so that its HP matches mine. It is Surf. It can't crit me because of Battle Armor. So I'm at 6 HP. Lantern is now at 6 HP. It's going to heal some from the leftovers. That's not a big deal because it's in range for my other Pokemon's attacks now. So I can't use Donphan anymore. So the Oran Berry doesn't really matter, but no other item would have been good anyway. So now it can be either Ice Beam or Surf. I'm going to go back into Tyrannosaurus, let it absorb this hit. Pull up Nidoking on the calc, so I take some damage there, not a big deal. Now it wants to Thunderbolt me again. This gives me a free switch into my other ground type, Nidoking. We take the Thunderbolt, doesn't matter. So they've healed some HP here. If I dig, I don't think they can switch because all of their Pokemon are weak to ground. Usually the computer only switches when it is when it has a resisting mon, but it doesn't. Now, it doesn't matter in this case though, because that is less than 35% and Sludge Bomb kills anyway, so I'll Sludge Bomb for the knockout. Okay, that's 3 down. Or 2 down, is it? Just 2. Raichu comes in. This is a job for Lantern. So Eneru's going to come in here. I could switch through Surf here and come in for free on Thunderbolt, but I actually want to get Thunderbolted because Wattson doesn't know, the AI doesn't know that I have Volt Absorb yet. So I want to get Surfed here because it can buy me an extra turn. Yep, so I'm going to take very minimal damage there, not a big deal. So Wattson doesn't know yet that my Lantern is Volt Absorb, and so there's a good chance that he's going to want to Thunderbolt me here. So now I can just Bubble Beam for free. It's Thunder Wave. I have the Cherry Berry, so the first one doesn't matter, but I would have rather seen Thunderbolt there and staved off some paralysis the longer. That means it's probably Thunder Wave next turn. No, it's Thunderbolt this time, so we see that Volt Absorb procs. Now Wattson knows I'm Volt Absorb, so he won't use lightning type attacks against my Lantern. So this is probably going to be Body Slam now, I would guess. The computer doesn't like to use status moves like Thunder Wave when it's under 50%. I don't think I need to conserve my Bubble Beams. Okay, they get the Body Slam paralysis there, that's annoying. Because I didn't have to use Thunder Wave, so I lost HP and got paralyzed. Try again. Okay. It doesn't kill. I'm going to try to heal now. So Body Slam's going to come out. I'll let it go into Tyrannosaurus. Okay. So now Thunderbolt should come out, and I'll heal my Lantern. I want to do that again. No, it's going to be... I have more than 75%, so I'll try to attack one time. Paralyzed. Okay, so now I need to heal again. How much is crit Body Slam doing to me? To my Azumarill. That's what I want to know. Raichu... Is my Azumarill at level 30 now? It should be. Yeah. Okay. So, level 30. Body Slam is doing max 50% to me. And I have over 50% of my health left, so this is still safe. Heal again. Try for Bubble Beam again. Good. Okay. Naru gets to level 30. Ampharos comes out. Okay. So, this is going to be Hidden Power Grass, and I'm going to go for Spinda. Now, I think I can win this without losing any deaths as long as Lantern doesn't get paralyzed too often, but if there is one Pokemon I'm willing to sacrifice here, it's Spinda. So it's up to you to save yourself, Spinda. Wow, that was really fast movement. So we take the Hidden Power Grass, it doesn't crit, that's nice. So, let me fake out here, first of all. Okay. So, Spinda is faster than than Ampharos. So Kuma's outspeeding, and Ampharos still has a ton of hit points, which means that it probably wants to gain the speed control and use Thunder Wave. Which means I get a free Hyper Voice off here. Okay. Now, I can go into Nidoking if I want to. Let's see, Hyper Voice, yeah, Hyper Voice doesn't always KO here. In fact, I don't think it ever KOs. That looks like it's more than 45%. So, this will be Thunder Wave or Thunderbolt. Nidoking comes in, Nidoking is faster. Dig doesn't actually always KO here if Leftovers gets it to 61%. And like I said, if I'm willing to sack one Pokemon here, it is this. It's Spinda. So I never die to this Thunderbolt unless it's a critical hit. So I can get off another Hyper Voice. So close. Alright. But that's good damage. And I don't have to risk this critical hit, because it's going to Thunderbolt me now. I can go into Nidoking, and I'll be able to kill. Sludge Bomb for knockout. Alright. Who we got left? Manectric and Electabuzz. Dugong will take the Psychic. Okay, does 25%. So, we switch into Lantern. It's healing time. Good. Bubble Beam. It doesn't know what move to use here because they're all doing within like 10 to 20% of each other. So since no move is clearly better than the others, it doesn't know what to do. Okay, I'm gonna try to pull off a heal here. Now it knows I'm Volt Absorb still, so it's not gonna Thunderbolt here. Ice Punch. Awesome. I just need to manage the last of these hit points on Lantern. I should be good to go. Ice Punch comes out. If we weren't paralyzed at this point, being frozen would be a real threat, actually, or being burned from Fire Punch, because we wouldn't be able to switch quite as much. Okay. I think I try to heal one more time. What is Psychic doing to... I don't need to risk it. Fire Punch, good. The fewer Psychics I see, the better, because Psychic is by far its best move right now. So, in my opinion. I mean, the AI doesn't think that. Okay. Almost a full. Bubble Beam for knockout. We do get a stat drop. We do get paralyzed. So with that stat drop, I definitely want to switch again. Need to be patient. Fire Punch comes out. Come on, enemy. Alright, last Pokemon. Okay, this is Manectric. Has Crunch and Flamethrower. Okay, a really interesting interaction here I've learned from watching other people. When the computer uses Intimidate, it forgets other things that it knows about the Pokemon that's been intimidated. So the AI no longer knows that I'm Volt Absorb. So it may use Thunderbolt here, actually, and heal me while I'm still in play. Yep. Very cool of you, Wattson. Things are looking good. Okay. Bubble Beam again. Every time it's Flamethrower is not a Crunch. Crunch is again the move that I don't want to see, just like I didn't want to see Psychic from Electabuzz. Bubble Beam. Okay. Longest run. I've finally beaten the early game. Finally beaten Wattson. Alright. No deaths against him either in that run. 1 death overall. Starting to think I wasn't going to get there, but we did it.